Hey guys, I'm Joexian, and it's time to... Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm not doing this! Hey, get back here! Calm down, Joexian. We got a new update. Okay, I guess we're fine today. Alright guys, we're gonna play some more Mother's Love. So, yeah, I guess... Well, also guys, I also had to restart the game because there's like a new update because... And yeah, well, well, whatever. So there's like it says go to the dining room, it says look around. Let's see what happens. I decided to check down the halls, do some exploring around in this unexpectedly huge manor. The hallway was large. I'm gonna turn this down like this. I've seen there's only 3 ways to go. I went to the right side. Nothing too special, but more portraits and boring furniture, but then I saw something on the wall. A crack on the wall? Wait, or is it tape? I can't even tell. Saw wallpaper torn with the tape sticking onto the wall, but it was noticeable this piece that was ripped. I was blind. I said shoot. Curiously strikes about this. The texture was a little lumpy on the side. There was probably something inside the wallpaper. Should I check it? Oh no, I gotta save it. Okay, so yes. Let's see what happens when I tear the wallpaper. I then slowly tear off the tape that was trying to hold the paper, peeling off the spot. I could see inside what was the wall look like. We see the wood is all dusty. But wait, there's something else inside. It seems like an old paper that's called yellow and covered in filth. Must have been really inside these walls for who knows how long. The writing seems to fade out, but the ink still can be cleared. It's a page for a story? But then I feel my head hurting. Wait, what? It really...
Corners, where have you been all my life? I honestly...
God, that ad! Well, not in the game. It was... Sorry, I had the Game Jolt tab open, that's why. It really stings. What? My whole world became a bright light and everything turned white. I couldn't see anything. Once upon a time, there lived a small little girl who's far different from everyone in the whole kingdom. Well, this is new. She comes from a family who were all so different too, rich and wealthy, but the same as the young girl. However, she's not like her relatives. She filled with joy and loves to play, dance, and sing. She was a happy child. Well, this is new. But all the change when her family confronted her on something very important. They all decided to force the little girl to the arranged marriage and to the other side of the kingdom. The other half being far too cruel and prideful. But the little girl didn't want the life she was in. She wanted to live happily, but her family rejects her pleas, and it was the final straw. Or is it please? The little girl stops and cries as she runs away from home. She had decided to venture on her own escape of her unfair life. She wanted to start a new fresh life at a place where she can call home. Well, that's sad. Oh boy, what just happened? I came back to my senses and witnessed some flashes that appeared in my mind. I couldn't remember what they were, but I thought I saw something. Papers of a little girl laughing and running away. She seems happy and sad. Faith, what are you dealing? Darling, the food's going to get cold. The sound Miss Willow calls me when I forgot about. I had to rush back. I hid the paper away and made my way back to the dining room. Dining room, goddammit! I entered the room to set up a chair as a tall rectangle table. Decorated with a small base, there was a huge on the side of the room, showcasing the forest. It was strangely inviting, with the chair almost resembling hearts, and there was some small light shining down on the table. I didn't take on to see on one of the chairs. The one in the far left was a good choice for me. I wait for Miss Will to come back as I stared at the room for a good long minute. I soon heard her footsteps. Coming out of the kitchen area, looked over. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is this gonna be the same cutscene? I'm looking back at my previous video. Okay, let's just skip all of this. Okay, we're back. So I stopped here and figured it out. There's another option. So the option says go back inside or look for a little longer. So last time I remember we used to go back inside. Yeah, you have to click down. Let's see what happens when we go. Wait, hold on, let me save. I'm gonna save it right here. Let's see what happens, cause okay, let's look for a little longer. Although it's a bad idea. I decided to look at one of the rows. The one I spot. Sorry. Okay, the one I spotted was the tallest of the bunch. But it seems to be withering. Maybe I should water it to help blossom again. Help it blossom again. Oh, another one? I'm gonna save it to this one, because I already did that ending. Let's help the rose, and see what happens. I decided to help the withered rose by pouring some water on it with the watering can, but at least I carefully gave it something to drink. The rose falls from the bush and on the grass. My process didn't work. It only made it worse. Feeling guilty, I picked it up. Poor little rose, I'm sorry to let you die like this, I said and tried to help fix the rose back to where it was. But before I could put it in the bush, my head started to hurt. Again? Ah! Another flashback, isn't it? My whole world flashed before my eyes. This feeling went familiar. The little girl ran far too long from home. She never looked back or noticed how far she had to be going for. She realized she's lost in the middle of the woods in a part that was scary and cold for her to encounter. The little girl wasn't sure what she must do. She had looked everywhere but couldn't find anything or anyone to help her. She certainly didn't know a way back home either, but she refused to try and go back. Her lack of abilities were too difficult for her to try. She couldn't do anything at the very young age. She felt hungry, cold, and scared. She couldn't do anything but hide and run away from awful things that lurk in these trees. Sure, I guess. However, she found shelter somewhere in the forest, a small house where an old couple lived. They didn't know how she even got there or where she came from, but they decided to let her stay until she's old enough to venture all on her own. They give so much like food, a place to sleep, and some comfy clothes. They were so kind to her, and she grateful for them with their compassion to raise her. She lived peacefully away from her old home, and as time flies by, she forgets about her wealthy environment and starts anew. Years later, when she grew old, she became a beautiful woman lurking in the woods. It was time for her to venture out in a new life all on her own. She had grew comfortable here after getting used to all the things she's witnessed in her time. Although while she isn't afraid of any dangers anymore, she felt it wasn't the right home she wanted. Despite her years she spent here, she still wants to find somewhere she can call home. One night when everything changed as she walked further down from the forest to found something special. She found a new place where leaving the trees, amazed to finally see something new. Luckily, it was night. She decided to travel down to accompany herself and this unrecognized. What the? She goes to the place at the village and see a bunch of residents working and doing their daily lives. Most were then going home to rest. She observes each and every one of them. Fascinating, I think it pronounces, by their hard-working skills. Not a lot of them notice her. Oh, that's upsetting. While distracted, she accidentally bumped into something saw more matter to someone. She looks up to see a man who noticed her on the ground. He kindly reached his hand towards her. "Are you okay?" the man asked. The woman looks up at her, kind of nervous for interacting with a new person she never got to talk to in years. "Oh yes, thank you." She placed her hand onto as the man pulls her away from the ground she fell on. They held hands, and this was the moment when the woman felt something on her face. A sense of warm scarlet spread surround her cheek when her fingers were on her palm. A feeling she never felt before in her life. The man offers her a stay. He sees her looking grateful and needed a place to stay. The two ended up back at the man's place, but it wasn't a home. It was inside a bakery. The man was the only baker who made delicious treats for the villagers, the only place for them to snack at. "You may stay as much as you like. I don't mind guests here," the man offering kindness towards the woman. The woman was flattered by the man's compassion and attempts his invitation. The sense of his gesture wasn't what the woman expects at all. Only the two men in one night. It wasn't enough to tell he was a kind soul, but if she gets too close, will he enjoy her company too much? If she wants her to stay, she'll have to earn that trust. I guess. My sight comes back and I was faced with the garden again. This thing happened again, like last night, but why was it happening? Ever since I found that page of a storybook, I now see these visions of something. But what did they mean? Who do I keep seeing those flashes? For that I couldn't find an answer. I cleared my head and went back inside the manor. It was starting to get hot out there. Here! God damn it. I was back inside where the air got cooler. I felt revived after stepping inside. I could see the sun coming out further than before. I left the kitchen area to find Miss Willow. When it was not raining like yesterday, this place did not seem look like less frightening and more nicer. Oh, okay. Let's just pause here. We'll go for another. But don't worry. Screw it. Let's just try to get to another choice. Next one. Okay. Let's see. So last time we went in the bathroom, let's look elsewhere. Maybe I should look around more. I didn't get to see what's upstairs last night. I decided to head down the hall and see what's further from here. I stumbled over to the end of the hall when I came across... Oh, crap, I forgot to save. When I came across a door that isn't like the others here. It was an old and almost color. It was almost smaller than the others, too. It's very particular, and there's part of me wanting to know what's inside. I went to take a closer look. Oh my god. I walked toward the door and tried to turn the doorknob, but it seems it's locked. I couldn't get it to open, and the knob won't turn. This door probably requires a key. Why would it be locked? It must be a room I'm not allowed to go in. I wonder what's inside this room. Jeez, that scared me. I suddenly felt a tight grip on my wrist when a force pulls me away from the door. I was shocked. It was Miss Willow who stares at me with a glare. I was anxious to see her when she came. And I wasn't expecting her to come to me like that. What do you think you're doing? She asked this time. She said it firmly. Uh-oh. I didn't... Okay, I'm gonna hold on to you, Bendy. Okay, just hold on to me, Joexian. I didn't know how to respond before she continues. You're not supposed to go in there. This door leads to the attic, and it's off... Oh, yeah, the attic. Oh, I'm so sorry. I was just looking around. I didn't know the door's restricted. She let out a sigh to calm herself down. Something about her mood wasn't settling. I have seen her like this before. I don't know why she's upset. And her grip was getting tighter. It's hurting my wrist. It's okay. You didn't know. I should be the one to blame. It's my fault. I didn't have to mention about here. But you must know, that room is very personal. I don't want anyone to go near it. Remember, if I see you go through it again, we'll have a huge issue. You understand? Uh-oh. I was intimidated, but I frankly nodded. Wash your hands and I'll meet you at the dinner table. She lets go of my wrist and walks away back downstairs. Her heels echo as they go down each step, and now they're gone. Rubbing my own wrist, it was hurting from her strong grip. I felt scared after what she did that. What was her problem? It was the first time I ever see her this mad. The door? Why was it important to her? If it is important to her, I should probably leave it alone for now. But my curiously was still driving me to wonder what's inside that door. But I also can't know what will happen if I stay for too long. I go to wash my hands in the bathroom and dry them off with a small towel. I made my way downstairs to the dining room. I arrived at the dining room, same as other when I first saw it the first time down here. Whoa, this is different. Wait, is this different? Okay. What do I do now? Again? Wait, what's going on? I can't tell if it's even the thunder or the... Yeah, I think it's the thunder. Well, not the real life thunder. I think I'm being stupid. Do I have to stay here for like a cutscene? It happened again. What do I do? There's no click option. Wait, I think that's, crap, I forgot how to pronounce her name. Wait, hold on, let me go back to my first video. Hold on, let me get back. I need to... Oh, wait. So, what do I do now? Okay, the pause menu is still going. Okay, hold Adelia, right? So... Again? Oh, she's getting closer. Wait, I don't... Oh. She's gone. That's Adelia, right? Or whatever you pronounce the name. Okay. That was weird. Rajan signed, sleepyhead, time to get up. I was awakened by the voice. I knew it was Miss Willow was patting on me. Yeah, that's Adelia, right? That was Adelia, the ghost. Hold on, let me go back, because, yeah, I don't... Yeah, this cutscene might be different. I need to go back. Hold on, let me go back real quick. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. I don't have plenty of ideas what I should really do. I could look around more up here, or perhaps go back to my room and look for something here. Oh, okay. I checked back on my first Mother's Love video, and this is probably different. Maybe I should look around more in the manor. Perhaps there could be something laying around here. Oh, brother. I decided to look more upstairs. Perhaps there should be something up there. I remember what Miss Willow said to go near the attic door, so I stayed away from it. I shall never get what she doesn't want me to close to it. I still had to know about this, but avoid 1202. As I go the other way, I soon found a specific door in the corner. Okay, I'm gonna save. Oh, screw that. The door was partly open, and I attempted to see what was inside. I froze the game again, didn't I? Yep, I did. This door was partly open, and I was tempted to see what was inside there. But before I had the chance to step near it, I thought about Miss Willow said the other day, what if this is another room I was about to go in? I mean, it's still a stranger's house, but what if it's something else, something special? Maybe one little peek won't hurt. I go up to the door, take a small little look what's inside the room. Oh, boy. What? I faced what was inside the room. It was a bedroom. The bed was in a maroon red color. There was only a little furniture inside, much more than my old room, and a giant window with 2 red curtains hanged up to reveal the sunlight. It's a really nice room. I only guess who it belongs to must be Miss Willow's. I don't want she would just leave the door open like that. I was going to leave as I already got to see the room, but I decided to look around more by going inside. Oh boy. I made sure I didn't break or mess up anything while in Miss Willow's room. There was a lot of things inside, most being made up probably a long time ago. She must be really a huge hoarder for many. Oh my god. Like every time. I don't know if this is supposed to happen every time. Not exactly. Like, what the frick? Let me go back. Let me go back to my... Hold on, let me go back to my... I feel like... Hold on. Let me go back real quick. I don't know. I looked over to the dressing table and see some jewelry and hair accessories. Out of all of them, I spotted the one that looks more shining than the others. I picked up one of the hair cups. It was made out of gold with rusty red gems. It was a fancy detail. It's a little heavier than the others. It's a very unique design for a hair comb. It's probably worth a fortune that you want to sell it for money. I should put this back. I shouldn't be messing around for this any longer. Ah! Oh no. I'm gonna hold on to you, Bendy. My head, it hurts again. Oh, okay. Oh, it's another flashback. Shoot, I'm very stupid. Days had passed, and the woman grew comfortable in this new village, even at the bakery the kind man led her into. The two had been good friends for quite a while, and the woman felt strong feelings towards him. She wants to learn more about what it means to be part of the village, most importantly, what the man does as a job. She was never familiar in cooking any delights others like to eat. If she's willing to stay, she'll want to know more about baking. She asked the man for help. The man offered to help her. He guides her to make the most delicious treats ever. Slowly but surely, the woman learns every step, and she enjoys doing all the baking. Her passion grew over time, and she slowly got better at them. The man offers her help when she needed it. It was a lot of fun for her, and it's been so long since she had something to do as a priority or a hobby. Yeah, the woman learns day and night, weeks, months, making, baking, and decorating all the yummy treats for the villagers. The accomplishment for her desire to bake turns to the better. The woman was blessed in working as a top baker. The man was impressed on her efforts and was happy she was helping out. She's helping out the place with her wondrous talent. The woman had found place in her heart and figured out her path in life. The woman continues her work as a baker, but eventually wins the heart of one beloved of a friend into someone more. The woman soon got married. As the things couldn't get any better, something else came into her life that changed forever. The woman soon gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. A blessed for connection struggles for the woman as she stares down at her own child. Aww. The source of happiness spreads to her smile. She was happy, her husband was happy, and all those happy to welcome their daughter to this world. The woman had a new priority. Besides baking, to raise her own child, give her so much love and care she needs. For all the years of leaving her family long ago, she starts all over again with her own being there for her child. She never lets go of the promise. Of that promise! The mother and the daughter were so close they even grew in a bond. As the child grows older, the inseparable love they had was never broken. They shared so much together, a family that can only show so much love like no other family will ever give before. They danced, they sang, and they did so much activities. Both never fought or argued. They never cry or weep, and they never get scared. They were just happy and humble. They never stopped loving one another. The woman made sure nothing happens to her beloved little ray of sunshine, and made sure she has a good life. She even taught her ways of following the family's talent. It was a mess, but it was a setup for a bright seriously. She made sure nothing bad happens. Never bad happening to her. Although having a family, they smiled and they laughed. All the good cooking, but there was never problems of trouble. The woman was blessed for her life, and she had a talent. She had a talent to bake, a life partner, and a child she loved till the very end. Her life was peaceful, and everything was right for her. A life she stares of a humble woman who makes goods for her. A loving wife and mother, and all she has and only needs. She was happy with her choice, and lives happily ever after. Or at least that's what she thought. What? Okay, I'm gonna save it. Okay, make sure I don't save it to the wrong file. I'm gonna save it to this file. Back from the flash again. I don't understand what's happening. These visions who look like a woman I kept seeing. She seems happy with a family. That must have been nice. Wait, those images, they must mean something. It happened to me before. They must be puzzles for my clue. Are they what was that ghost was talking about? What did they mean? What could they mean? I find more to know the full story. I put back the hair comb where it belongs and left out of the room. Hopefully Miss Willow doesn't notice me inside her room. Yeah, please run. Luckily, my plan to go back inside the room was a success. No sign of Miss Willow when I walked out. After what just happened, I can't shake it off feeling like what I saw. I might be, unlocking some sort of conclusion. What are the objects I find? Okay, it could be anything. I decided to look around in my room to see if I haven't found anything yet. I went to the other side of the room. I see a robe and two portraits hanging against a wall. There's even a rose bush displayed there too. Every room I go, there's always a plant inside. I take my tour to see the inside of a wardrobe. I went to the room and opened it in front of me. I saw an old box covered in dust and other filthy patches. The wardrobe itself was empty, but there were other boxes inside to the other side of it. I wondered what's inside the box since there's nothing covering it. Huh? My discovery, I could see all papers crammed inside the box. Even some crayons were there too. It must have been a box full of art supplies. They also appear to be old-fashioned, with the crayons looking more bigger and fatter. Well, I haven't done much, and maybe this could help ease off some time for myself. I took the time to conclude this being only my only option to take my mind off. Drawing always helps me. I took the box of paper and crayons and closed the wardrobe to head onto the bed. I set up everything to grab some paper and crayons to begin drawing. I drew a couple of ideas of mine, such as a very sunny day or some singing flowers. I even drew a cat and a pirate. They were fun to make. I can remember a few moments when I drew some art in art class and I was the most talented, but I also remember my mom saying that art was a waste of time. She hadn't really approved of my artwork. Oh, that's upsetting. Not after she began to work. She always loved my art. I remember she always hangs up every one of them as a display, so we could see them every day. I wish things were like that again. Maybe I could give you a really special drawing after I find her again. I continued to draw. There was so much paper left. It felt as I'd drawn for hours that I never left my room. As stuffy as my judge, we were both talking about judging each of our ideal works. Scribbling with the crayon, creating shapes and color, almost breaking some of it too. Whoever knew they used this type of paper back then? While concentrating, I didn't hear something coming towards me as I scribbled more on the old paper. Oh, I've seen you a bit busier. Look at all those pictures, they're everywhere. As Elizabeth walked in, I passed my hand and faced her as she was looking around the mess of drawings I did. Pictures shattered around the floor on my bed. She's probably the best of how I drew and started picking up one of them up for the floor to look closely. She smiled. The drawing was slowly appreciation. These are sensational. You've got such a creative mind, darling. I never seen many drawings made in this much amount. She communicated and I smiled a bit that she liked all my drawings. Thank you. I haven't drawn in some time. I found supplies in the wardrobe. I hope that's okay. Well, that's okay. You're welcome to use anything as long as it's nothing personal. She looked at the drawings again and started to think that she's asked me something I wasn't expecting. If it's okay with you, may I join in with your drawing section? I could help out, but to think I should try this myself too. Surprised by her response, I didn't think she'll be in this stuff at all. You do art too? Well, it's been forever, but of course if you don't mind, perhaps. Oh no, that's okay. There's extra paper to use. And that's enough for her to join me in to draw. She sat beside me and grabbed one of my crayons from the floor. She was pretty eager to try drawing something. Acting much of a child, I didn't really expect to see that side of her. I actually gotten used to it when she started talking about the things she drew. It was kind of nice to have someone doing this with me. I actually like her company and all of her stories of each picture she created. I also explained most of mine too. We even did a little game of telling our favorite things. For example, our favorite flavor of fruit. It says, I think it's this. Strawberry banana is always my favorite, but never before. I've heard something like peach and blackberry altogether. We had a blast, and I enjoyed my time with Miss Willow as we did round of paper. Sorry if I'm reading too fast. Rod, what do you think of this? It's a picture of a cupcake with extra sprinkles. Oh, that absolutely looks tasty. The sprinkles make it even more sweeter. Thank you. How about yours? What did you draw this time? Oh, mine? Well, it's nothing actually, but something special, something for you. Oh boy. Really? Can I see it? Miss Willow was hesitated for a moment, but she finished a few touches to hand me her drawing. There you go, only for you. She chuckles and I take the drawing. I wasn't expecting much, but as I take a look at what she drew, I was left with concern, shocking on what the drawing was. It wasn't an animal or place, not even a type of mystical creature. It was what the? Us? Wait a minute. The picture showcases a drawing of both me and Miss Willow surrounded by butterflies and outside with the grass and the sun. Miss Willow seems to be caught out of the top picture. I was puzzled by the final result before Miss Willow asked me about the drawing. What do you think, dear? Do you like it? It's for you. I stay quietly and keep staring at the picture. I mean, it's adorable and all. It's adorable and all. But why would she draw both of us? I try to mimic the art you were using. I know your favorite animal is a butterfly and your favorite weather is spring. So I made a cute picture of you outside in the lovely warm spring day with a couple of butterflies surrounding you. I'm sorry if this looks strange on some parts. I ran out of room. I was quiet for a moment. How do I say this? Say to this. I also feel staring at me, confused by my expression. Is something the matter, dear? Why the long face? Does it really look bad? She asked me, but I didn't answer. How do I put this in my opinion but the picture she gave to me? Oh no. I'm gonna save. What should I save to? I'm gonna save it to here. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna say that I love it. It might be a bad idea, but let's try it. Perhaps I shouldn't negatively after all. It is a nice picture I should compliment with. Oh, I think it looks amazing. I didn't think you'd draw this good. She looks at me, and it beams a cheerful smile. Oh, you love it? Oh, I'm really touched, thank you. She seemed happy from my answer. I couldn't help but lift a smile too. As much as unexpected, if it really made her this much happy, I certainly wouldn't blame her for it. I was afraid you'd say something unpleased. I'm so glad you liked it, dearly. You're welcome, Miss Willow. She chuckles a bit. I even saw her tail curl up. For the rest of the time we drew more pictures and had so many conversations. I slowly got to know with her my stories she shares and all the common senses we have. These past few moments I spent with Miss Willow were antithetical, is that? Um, for a stranger, we do share so much than I could possibly imagine. But I shouldn't really be too close. She's only a stranger, and my mom tells me to never go near people who I don't know. Hold on, I gotta. I'm not sure what to think. Maybe she isn't dangerous as I may have judged. She may have some slips, but I do believe she's kind and carefree, or likely what any old lady would be like. Well, today certainly was nice. I can't remember what happened next, but I did some hot chocolate after I ran out of paper to draw. The next thing I knew was I fell asleep. I guess the warm chocolate was enough to put me asleep. It was some pretty delicious hot chocolate, the best I have had since forever.
Someone is at the front door.
So I dreamed, and I do hope that the next day will be the day I can finally get to find my mom. I just hope nothing can go wrong this time. Rise to shine, sleepyhead. Time for another beautiful day. Sorry. I woke up from the sound of Miss Willow's voice as she tucks me out of the bed with her hand. I slowly opened my eyes and was quickly blinded by the sunlight. Oh, good morning, Miss Willow. Can't you feel the wonder warm around the sun? Such a perfect day to start. Is it not? Yeah, it's nice outside. So, what's for breakfast? Well, I had, wait, hold on. Let me go back to my first video. But why today she seems extra today? And I don't know why, but I decided to ignore it just to get ready for another day. I exit out of my room and head downstairs, making my way to where the dining room was. I walk to the dining room and see Miss Willow setting up the table. She then takes notice of me already coming. You made it right on time. Yep, I am so worried having this time. Oh, it's just you wait, my specially go on, take a seat. She led me close to the table, her hand pressed against mine gently. She made my way over to one of the chairs and sat down. Miss Willow comes over to me. Okay, but before I give it to you, I'm going to need you to close your eyes. Close my eyes? She nods and responds. Yeah, that's what a surprise is. You don't want to spoil it if you don't play by the plans. Now go on, close them, and you'll see once I say you can open them again. She waits for me to shut my eyes, curiously hits me to know what she has for me. I decide to do what she says and close my eyes. I heard the sound of a dish land onto the table softly. Still kept my eyes closed. I didn't think to open them. Okay, you may open your eyes to see what's in front of you. So gave me her word, and I did open my eyes. I didn't see something that smelled super sweet. It had so many strawberries and jelly. It was a strawberry shortcake, filled with jelly sauce, that dripped on the plate. It was a big piece, and all the whipped cream and strawberries were drawn down in so much jelly. I was amazed at how good the cake looks, and the smell, the details, and everything about it. Oh, this looks delicious. Sweets for breakfast is not what I'm used to. I heard Miss Willow make a small chuckle, and she even rubs my head. I figure we should have something sweet. It'll be a great idea to start a day. Now chow down on your surprise. Don't want you to waste it. I pick up my fork and I take a small piece of strawberry shortcake and ate it. The sense of strawberries and jelly kicked in and was super tasty. As a strawberry fan myself, I knew it was great. Miss Willow stood beside me. She was observing, and I knew she's been doing that the whole time. She never went over to her seat and eat hers. I did find it weird of her just standing there watching me eat. Sorry, but I didn't say anything. My mouth was already full of cake. It's really good, thank you. I enjoyed it a lot. Good, very good. I'm happy you enjoyed it. It was all made for you. I kept munching on the cake until I was already done cleaning the plate. Miss Willow takes it from me and heads to the kitchen with it. She puts it in the sink and immediately comes right back to me. Well, now that we have our fill, is there anything you need, dear? Oh, well, no, I don't think I'll just do my own thing. Well, actually, dear, I was thinking about breakfast we bake. I thought about whatever fun thing we can do, and I got one that's quite good for us to try. You've baked before, right? I nodded. Baking does sound like a good idea. Having some activity could help wake me up a little more. What are we baking? Oh, I'll let you decide, but before we start, I need you to check on something in my room so you can start by setting up some things we'll be using for the kitchen. I'll be back soon, so go ahead and find whatever you need in the kitchen. I'll see you soon, okay? She leaves the dining room. I was left on my way and was heading towards the kitchen. I faced the side of the kitchen. There was not much inside, only cabinets, only one fridge. I memorized what Miss Willow said. It can be anything I want to make. Sounds generous of her. Let me try my own idea. I found whatever I could supplies to make. I grabbed a mixing bowl, some spoons, some sugar, and even cake batter to get started with. As I gathered so many things to put on the counter, I didn't notice a small noise as I placed everything down. Something dropped on the floor beside me. I turned to see what it was. Huh? Wait, let me go back. Wait, I found some. I think this might be the ending that I did last video. That was an old spoon. Whoa, let's just try to skip all this. Wait, maybe that's why it says happening again. Oh, let's just skip all this, because we know what to do. Okay, we're back to this option. So, last time we went to prevent it, let's see what happens when we give her the necklace. After think I know I don't have choice, but what if this could be true? What if she let my mom go, she won't get hurt. Joexian, I think that was a bad choice. But what? We never picked this option before. With no other choice, I made my own decision to help my mom out of this. I gave her the necklace. If she promised what she says, that I know it must be true this time. I hesitated, but I gathered my courage to dare give her the necklace. She had her hand out. Her long, sharp fingers held onto it, pleased by my offer. There you have what you need. Please, let go of my mango. I said hopefully she'll be satisfied to let her go and leave the forest once and for all, but the response I got her was chuckling to herself while staring at the necklace on your head. Yep, I knew it. Oh, thank you very much. My dear, I'm so touched. But Miss Willow? Well, one slight problem. I do believe I deserve a drink after my long walk through this godly huge forest. I guess something red will have to do. She then gets up and walks over to my mom, who was still unconscious on the ground. I stare at Miss Willow, unsure of what she's doing, as she kneels down to her on the level. She looks at her, exterminating her while making some noises that were coming out of her mouth. They were harsh, and they sounded like growls. My chest got heavy when I didn't know what she's doing with my mom. Miss Willow, what are you doing? She never answered. I was about to do something to stop her. My efforts were too late. I suddenly hear the painful scream coming from my mom, as Miss Willow sinks her teeth inside her neck. My heart raced as I saw a terrifying scene. My mom crying and despairing, trying to get Miss Willow off her, but her strength were a match for Miss Willow's as she clings on a leech. I heard suckling and blood drips everywhere. I couldn't stand to see this right. I was scarred. I couldn't do anything to make it stop. My body was frozen. Nothing after long, Miss Willow raised her head up as the teeth ripped off her skin. Blood spilled everywhere, even on herself. She hisses as she continues to feast. Her soulless eyes and the blood of my mother that stained her face were enough for me to scream. Her vicious act was so horrifying, I couldn't even get close to her. Kelly in the corner where the river was, so I stood there and watched my mother slowly die in front of me. My heart races to millions of beats. My breathing becomes short. It were hard to breathe. The cold air wasn't helping me. I panicked everywhere. Shaking and shivering, tears fall down my face, and all the quivering were unhanged. I'd never been so scared in my life. I thought everything would just be a nightmare. No, it wasn't, unfortunately. Miss Willow was soon finished as she calmly turns back to herself and walks over to me. Her mouth was already covered in blood, so were her fingertips as she held the necklace close to her chest, pulling out a friendly smile right at me. My, that's easy to take out of the whole mess. Perhaps I did win a little overboard on that one. I'm sorry you must see this awful display, but she won't be in the picture anymore. Oh, my child, don't be scared. We can now be together forever again. I won't let you go now. You're safe once more. She comes even more closer, wraps her arms around me. She pulled me for a hug. I was still shivering, scared to even move. My tears fall and I try to hold them back, but it wasn't working. The smell of blood made me sick. I could hear Miss Willow chuckling to herself. It was cold and her grip was tight. Hee. Nothing will hurt you anymore. Mother has everything under control. It's just you and me. I'm so happy you chose me. I knew you were so loyal, kind-hearted. I mean it when I was cheerless with you. Everything I do mean it. But there's still time before the sunrise. Don't worry, I promise you to do it right this time. We'll finally be a family again, I promise. She held me tighter, not letting go. I cried her to leave her arms. I didn't even bother to fight back. She stayed like this for the longest time, breathing heavily. I slowly turned my head to see where my mom was. I was afraid to look at Miss Willow. I wanted to see her. It was a very pleasant view. When I saw, I was terrified that I couldn't stop breathing. On the ground was her. She was laying there, lifeless, drowned in the pool of blood. I even saw her hand twitch a bit. Not an amount of words I could describe how awful it was, too disgusted from the smell and upset from the sight. She quivered down to my spine. She still at a stone. Some traces of blood almost touched my shoe. Her chest was ripped apart and her face speaks death. Her skin was going pale for being drained out of her life. I just couldn't look away before I knew anything. I was being picked up by Miss Willow as she takes me away from the corpse back to the darkness of the forest. I didn't remember what happened next. I fell asleep after getting tired from the freezing cold air, and my body became weak. All I remember was I slept through my way back to hell, and I woke up back in the room I once rested in. I knew exactly from the moment I woke up and tried to escape. I ran towards the door, but it was locked. I banged on the door several times to leave, but I just couldn't get it to open. But no matter how much I tried, it was never getting to open. I was trapped. I couldn't look for any other ways to escape. There wasn't any time left anywhere. No matter No matter how many times I plead, how many times I cried, I never got out. I was so desperate to get out. The locked door prevents me, and there's nothing I could do. Adelia wasn't there with me this time. I felt alone, and the freezing situation was still there with me. I thought back to my mom when I saw her suffer and die right in front of me as Miss Will brutally killed her. Scared. Scarred! Scarred and scared for my life. How could she do this? I just want to go home. After being in SLA for hours, I remember waking up in a new side of the room tied up. I remember it was an attic. No, the same attic with all those. Oh God, please no. I can't remember what happened. I was knocked out and soon woke up back in my bed. I feel sorrow. My chest hurts so much. I know what she's done to me. The one thing I tried to avoid but failed. I was so naive to fall for her trick. She knew I was going to give her the only ticket to have this all over, and nothing that could free a lonesome spirit. If I had to give her the necklace, I would just throw it away in the river and it'll be over. How could I have been this stupid? I don't think I have much time left. My spirit is slowly fading away. I feel so lightheaded. Ending B. Whoa. Okay, I did not get the ending B. Wow. I didn't expect this. Also, I kind of want to see what happens. When I be honest with her. Well, if I had to be blunt with her, I must tell her now. Well, it's really nice that all you, but what? But, well, there are some things I would say a bit abnormal. It's nothing to say it's bad, it's just... But then I saw her lowering her eyes down, swifting into a small, sad frown. Oh, I see, you don't like it. No, it's not that. I just... It's great. I love it. I just wasn't expecting you to drop this. I understand I could tell you're really uncomfortable. I'm terribly sorry. It's just the first we've been with someone my whole life. I thought it'd make something special. She goes quiet and looks at me. Oh boy. I'm terribly sorry. I must overstay my welcome. I should probably be you alone now. What? No, it's okay, honest. I'm just surprised there's nothing here to be ashamed. Yeah, but your mind doesn't think so. My mind? Oh, I have to do more things in the kitchen anyway. I hope for time, but I really have to go. Miss Willow? Miss Willow suddenly gets up and walks straight to the doorway. I try to stop her, but she already there. I did rush over to stop her for a second. Miss Willow, wait! Huh? She did stop to turn her head around. Hey, there's only reason to feel upset. It's alright. Honestly, you don't want to leave just for today. Oh, you're only saying out of pity. Don't worry about me, dear. I'm perfectly fine. Besides, I was going to make you something sweet after I'm done anyways. I should be done in a few minutes. I'll call you soon. Have fun with the rest. And that was the last she said before leaving the room. To be fair, I feel guilty after what happened, but I wasn't trying to make her feel upset. I was just confused. Looking back at the drawing, it's weird to see that she drew us together. Was there any reasoning behind this? Maybe since I've been here, she somehow thinks of me differently. I wouldn't call it creepy, but it's probably her just being happy that she has me as a friend, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I could try apologizing later when she's done. I woke up late that night with a pain in my stomach acted up. I had to rush out of bed to use the bathroom. It was really pleasant. After finishing, I drank water from the sink to help me quench my thirst. Used my hands as a cup. I walked out of the bathroom, tiptoeing back to my room, hoping not wake Miss Willow up in the middle of the night. I didn't make it to the door until I heard a noise from downstairs. I heard classical music coming from the first floor. It was soothing and mellow. The song was driving me to go check downstairs, and so I did, quietly walking down the steps. I made sure I didn't make a creak from any of the old wooden boards as my arms held the rails. The music got louder the more I was close to making it to the first floor. I walked down the hallway to follow the melody of the music, only for it to lead to the living room. I took a small peek from the doorway to see what's inside the room. Huh? I see a fireplace lit up in flames. The fire blooms in its orange sunset hue. It burns bright. It must have been extremely warm. But why is there fire? I turn my head to find further examples of the room. Huh? Why is she here? To my surprise, I saw Miss Willow sitting at her own chair, holding one of her books. Looked like she was reading. But she looked sad. I didn't understand why. But she's pretty down about something. Something must be wrong with her. Should I really go to her? I don't want to see her awake in an hour. I should at least pay her a small visit before going back to bed. She slowly walked up to her while I stared at the closed book. I hope she's okay to talk to. I slowly walked up to her, seeing her up close. She didn't take notice of my appearance. Only her eyes stared at the book. Now I can really see she's clearly sad about something. I warmed up and speak of her. But Miss Willow, are you okay? Miss Willow, surprised when her eyes to see me in front of her, she let out a small gasp, startled that I was here with her. She stares at me before smiling at me in the usual comfort tune. Ah, Faith! Funny seeing you again. What are you doing out of bed? It's late, dear. So sorry, I couldn't help but hear music coming from her here, and I saw you here too. You seem upset about something. Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I'm just not feeling as well as all. I could be a little homesick a lot. I'll be okay, not to worry, dearly. I look at her in the book she's reading. It doesn't even have a title on it. It looks like it all has a bronze color with yellowish, pale pages. Most of what I noticed, all the books in the manor have these old books. Most seem to be even older than the ones I saw before. What book are you reading? I asked, and she took note what she lifts it up from her lap. Why, it's one of the tales I used to read whenever I feel down and needed a lift from stress. You could say it's a feel-good tale. A lost girl finds herself in an unfamiliar place all on her own until meeting the spirit of the woods who took her in to take care of her from all the troubles. Sounds like a cute story, doesn't it? She asked me for what I could tell. It does sound nice. Even the book itself isn't all detailed and nice as the story stated. Yeah, sounds nice. I was about to head back upstairs to let her be on her own, but she asked me something that I wasn't prepared for her to ask. Well, if you're not tired with a story, something you need, I think I could use something for a bit reading if you're okay with it. Read with her. It didn't really come for that at all, but she's right. I wasn't even tired anymore. I know she was probably asked because of what happened earlier this morning, so after thinking about it, I decided to give it a try. I agreed to stay, and she's happy to hear that. She signals me to stay. Sit! And so I did. I sit next to her where the edge of the left side was. I see her now turning the pages to where the beginning was. The fire in the background warms the room. Even on the back of me, I could see the glowing light on the side of the room. Oh, you'll love this story. The beginning is always intrigued. She clears her throat, to begin her reading to the first chapter of the book. Once there was a young boy, beautiful girl who was loved by others in the local town. She was the sweetest, the kindest out of everyone in the land. She lived with her mother and 3 sisters, all very happy and had the best life possible. One day, her mother disappeared into the night. The little girl had to go and find her in the deep, scary, dark forest on her own, leaving her 3 sisters behind in the house. She searched around, calling for her dear, poor mother, but she only found darkness and despair. There was any sign of her. Watch as she flips the pages and listens to the story. My eyes focus on the words. The little girl thought her luck of finding her was doomed. She suddenly met someone that came out of the forest. She was a spirit that roamed the tree who came to her after hearing her cries. She asked, "What's wrong, child? You look sad and scared." The little girl looks at her and so much fear answered her, "I lost my mother. Can you please help me?" The spirit takes a long look of her and greets her to plea, "Of course, my child. Follow me back to my home and we'll search for your mother together." As she reads, I was starting to enjoy the tale, but I didn't realize until she continues to the next pages. I noticed right away until she made it to the next page. The spirit was kind to her, as she kept her in their own home to cook her meals, and take care of her. They were on the urge to find the little girl's mother. But as the time passes, the little girl seems to enjoy the spirit's company more. Her memory of finding her mother was in the back of her head. Something about the story was familiar to me. I couldn't figure it out. But I noticed something in the sentence of the scenes described in the book were similar to mine. What main character has what she went, who to find, and who she meets. They were all what I've experienced. That's the same as that's a story, right? I think that those pages are supposed to talk about the beginning or something. I don't know if it's coincidence or something oddly specific. Then I realized it. Mine, however, was a huge cloud. I felt my eyes shutting. I was getting tired. I couldn't stay awake any longer. I was almost falling over. I didn't get to hear more of what Willow read or what was next to the story. My heavy sense of sleep drifted me to lay on my head against something soft and just fell asleep. Bedtime so soon. Sweet dreams. My sweet child. Uh-oh. Why did I say that slowly? She's happy. I don't understand why she's not getting along with me. Why do I feel so down? I always loved her happy. I love the stories we share, but it doesn't seem my attempts are working. I feel she's not connecting anymore. I can only see lies, and maybe she does think something's wrong. Maybe she'll know something. No, it's not that. I hope not. I can't let her leave. Everything must be perfect. Tomorrow's another big day. Just wait a little longer. You'll get the chance again. She won't find out the real purpose. Just play along. Everything's going to be fine. We'll be together again forever and ever. I'm not going to mess this up. Not again. I finally have her at last. Okay, so I'm back here. Okay, chose left. Is in the same row as we were before. Okay. So I want to see what happens when I chose the wrong door. So, let's go here. I walked down to the door. I picked it. I couldn't see anything around all around the room. I couldn't see where I was going. I tried to look for the way I came, but I don't see anywhere either. Oh, bother. I panicked and traveled. Everything already lost in the darkness. There was a wrong path, and Adelia was literally about getting lost when I encountered the abyss by the first step. I should have known it was the right choice. Oh, game over. Okay, at least this is no jump scare. Okay, so this is a different thing. So I want to see what happens when I chose the wrong one in this scene. I think there's going to be a jump scare. Let's see. Oh, what a shame. Wrong way, dearly. Oh, red eyes. Maybe next time try using your eyes. Whoa, that is creepy. Better. Okay, that didn't scare me that much, though. Alright, guys, I guess that's everything. Well, I don't know. But I guess that's all the game overs, well, almost, hopefully. Alright, guys, thank you for watching. Well, it's still a pretty fun game to enjoy, right, Bendy? Bendy? Oh yeah, right. It's and you enjoy, and you're gonna play it again. No. You're not forced to be to play this again, Bendy. No way. Fine. Unless there's a new update, I'll just let you know. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Shout out to Cyra TV show. Alright, make sure to subscribe to Off145 Jokes Mercado to do live. Make sure to check out my website at check out my website. Off145 website, Joexian Plus, Off145 Plus social media, and also check out my and also our other social media, Roblox and Traffic Lights Deluxe, whatever. I guess I don't know what else to say, but it's still a pretty fun game. Thank you for watching, guys. Bye. Bye.